Please tell me it's working now. I really hope. What a way to come back. What a way to come back. I am so sorry. Yeah, wow. Technical difficulties coming out of everywhere today. Hopefully now this is okay. Hopefully you can hear me and you can see me and everything is running as intended. Touch wood, touch wood. Oh, goodness me. I am so sorry. I don't know why, but basically everything today seems to just kind of have it out for me. So, oh, goodness me. So first Doki Doki crashed again. The fatal exception, and then OBS completely froze. And then VTube Studio just closed itself. Very mean. Very mean, and really not the start I was hoping for, but I am back. I am very sorry for the inconvenience. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey. Thank you for your patience. I am extremely grateful. Not too wild. Sup, Natsuki? Thank you for returning. Again, apologies for all of the technical difficulties. Just everything that could go wrong, went wrong. Everything. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into them. As I say, I have to do a quick zip through and shuffle along to where we left off. So, with that in mind, let's pop that back on the screen. Yoo-hoo! Here we are, and I'm just going to relocate myself to somewhere far more palatable. Thanks to technical difficulties, I am starting near enough 20 minutes late. So I guess I'll be running for 20 minutes longer than planned, because 2 hours is 2 hours, and now that I'm back in my own field, I don't have to worry about strict time limitations for the spaces I'm using. Yeah, Sayori is so cute. I'm very pleased to be able to see more of Sayori in a in a less in a less dire state and with far less MC, because I can't stand MC. He's just very unlikable. So it's a real pleasure. Hey Yahira, yes, we're back after multiple crashes and restarts and rebooting, and yeah. I apologize again. I apologize again for all the delays. As I said, I started 20 minutes late near enough thanks to tech difficulties. So thanks to tech difficulties, I will be hanging around for 20 minutes. We do embrace the scuff. Scuff is very much a part of the experience, especially where I'm involved. I am certainly very scuffed. So with that in mind, I'm just going to quickly catch us back up to speed. So we are doing trust, which as I mentioned before. Oh, not again. Please, God. You know, I've said that. Yes, I'm hoping that basically this should be fine. She says it should be fine. I do wish there was a way for me to see things without other things. Okay, sure, whatever. Sorry, once again, my Twitch window is having some technical difficulties. If things get messed up and I can't see it, please shout, scream, wave at me, use profanities, use obnoxious stickers, and button mashing noises. Like, whatever. Just get my attention. Because I can't see. Yeah, it's really out for me today. So I'm just gonna get us back up to speed with this, because we got to the first day. I don't want to bore you with the same details that we saw last time. I had already pre-done this, but like I said, everything just got trashed. Oh, bake sale. I want cakes. So we've already had like the brief intro where these two get to know each other. Monika's by herself. She's left the debating club because she wanted to do her own thing. And now she's all on her own some. But it's okay. Because we have the most precious of preciouses. Is it just me? This is a little bit loud. Hold on a sec. Oh my god. What a comedy of errors today is. What a comedy of errors today is. I am just gonna make that a little bit quieter. Because you guys might not be able to hear it on your side, but I am absolutely being deafened. Again, having to rehash all of my settings. So we got very close. We're almost done with this, so we're doing the first day. Right, okay. Okay, we're back where we left off. Day 1. Day 1 of the literature club with the most precious ray of sunshine, Sayori. The day has passed and the time has come for the literature club of Monika and Sayori to reconvene. Let's go! Ah yes, Sayori's famously excellent timekeeping on display right here. Do you know something? I have always been like mega paranoid about timekeeping for myself. I'm always early to things, but my sister, my little lamb sister, she is always late. Always late for things. No matter if you always have to tell her to be somewhere an hour earlier than we're actually gonna be. Otherwise she'll show up an hour late. For some people, it just be like that though. You know, it just be like that. And Sayori is one of they. Honestly, 10 minutes late is not terrible. Oh, Monika's freaking out. Like, maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. No, she was way too excited. But I'm getting kind of worried. But then she busts in through the door. Right, this is where we got to, because we had our first poem. I wasn't sure if there were going to be poems in the side stories, but now that there are, I'm gonna have to start writing poems for this too. And then what I think would be nice is when we're done with this game altogether, would be to do an edit of all the poems strung together, so that we. So that I can pop it on YouTube and we have a little bit of a chuckle about how the poetry evolved from being super wholesome to just absolutely unhinged. Hopefully it will come full circle and it will end up being mega wholesome again. You know, I would like that a lot. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, I'm here. It's okay, welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monika and deposits the sheet onto Monika's desk. Oh, what's this? Is the poem! I will read it once more. We did read it last time, but just in case it's not remembered, or this is your first time seeing the poem. This is the first ever poem of the Literature Club, and it's all thanks to Sayori. Sayori, truly an icon, truly a goddess. She's responsible for the first ever piece of actual literature in the Literature Club. Take my hand. Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Yeah, good job! Woo! We love Sayori's poetry, and now knowing what we do, this is even cuter because it really sounds like she's wanting someone, you know, she's wanting someone to show her the same love that she shows them. She wants everyone to be happy, and she believes that if she goes out of her way to make them happy, they will do the same for her, which is a wonderful thing to do. Honestly, I love her. She's so wholesome. Sayori is aspirational. She's aspirational. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. I love the less than more than faces. The less than more than faces is so precious. Is that just me? Is that just me? I love less than more than expressions. They're so, they warm my cockles. They warm my cockles. Monika flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, the cuteness overload is so much. I love it. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it as you are. Spoilers, Sayori's better at it than Monika is. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know, it's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be. Or something like that. Oh, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. Yeah, you tell her, Sayori. Sayori eternally lifting people up. Truly, truly an icon. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh, yeah! I love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? I love Sayori just letting us into, giving us this little snippet of insight into her personal life. Like, that's absolutely right. 100% right. Sayori is cutie patootie. I love her. She's a blessed ray of sunshine, and we should be grateful that she has touched our lives with her wholesomeness. But it's just the way that she's given us a bit of insight without telling us basically anything. She's just said, you know, you can express feelings you can't tell other people when they're in a poem. She's kind of basically making it clear there are things that she doesn't feel she can express to other people, but she can write about them. You know? And I think that's really touching. She's barely known Monika what, half a day, 5 minutes? And already she's kind of making it clear to Monika that she has feelings that she only expresses through poetry, which is super, super sweet. And also an insight into how trusting she is. Sayori is lovely. Yeah, I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. I'm so glad you showed me, well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but it feels kind of good to, now that someone else has read it. Oh, they're so wholesome. This is the first time, honestly, I can categorically say this is the first time that I have found Monika to not be insufferable. And I'm pretty much entirely sure that that's because Sayori makes Monika and everyone around her a better person. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I love that. Oh, jeez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstorm's so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. You know, it's funny because I relate to that so hard. I don't want to... Not to give too much away, but behind the sheep is someone who works in academia, and a brain that is a natural disaster is 100% the kind of brain that is in academia. It's a brain that isn't a normal brain. Everything's a mess. Everything is on fire. And you are just constantly doing your best to just, you know, fumble through. I relate to Sayori so hard. She's so relatable. She's so relatable. Sayori, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes? Are you as hungry? Also, 100% relatable. I'm always hungry. To be honest, anybody who says that they don't like food, I mean, they are either categorically being dishonest, or they probably have some kind of serious allergy and or an eating disorder, in which case I'm extremely, extremely sorry to them, and I really hope they're getting the help they need. But yeah, people that say that they don't like food, generally speaking, liars. Just like people who say they don't like animals. If somebody doesn't like animals, absolutely, like, don't trust them. People that don't like animals are generally not very nice people, in my experience. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a sheep. Hi there, Coder! Lovely to meet you. This is the first side story. We're getting through. Had a bunch of technical difficulties starting up today, so I'm running a bit behind. But we're on day 1 of the literature club. Have you seen these before? Because if you haven't, it's same. Same. I haven't seen them before either. But I hope everybody is enjoying them. Just very much relating to Sayori right now. Very much with the being hungry. Food is life. But it's a good idea. Anna. Let me think about this. I mean, when will we have the chance to give people cupcakes? Oh, you've seen them all. Do you rate them? Do you rate them, Coda? What do you think? You know, like, when they come into the club. Oh my god. Yes! Natsuki fave, let's go! Natsuki is my goddess. I love her. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Natsuki Nation, let's riot. I do love Sayori though. Sayori is a very close second. Very close second. Well, what if we said we have free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm, like, kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kind of people, you know? wrong kind? Ah, people that would just come for the cupcakes and leave. Oh, nobody would do that. I mean, if it was my old school, they sure as shit would. That would be mean. It would be mean. She is so correct. That would be mean. But there's a lot of assholes. But oh, Sayori, I love your innocence and your wholesomeness. You make me want to be a better person. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Oopsie, sorry. How about hunt for people reading books? I don't think I get it. Like going around the school finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. Oh, didn't think about that. Sorry. Oh, she's such a sweetie. She's such a sweetie. She means well. She means well. Oh, hell yeah. Yuri, man. We don't hate on Yuri, but, you know, after Monika messes with her, shit gets wild. Shit gets wild, but she's sweet. When she wants to be. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, and your next idea is to hand out flyers, rather than put them up on the wall. I definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? Oh, I'm so on board with you there, Carter. Absolutely. Yuri is not number one. That's definitely a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that. Right. A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori. Pretend you're a normal person for a second. Rude. Sayori is a normal person. Pardon me? Come on, Monika. Chill out. Oh, hey, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, you did. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like... literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Oh, MC. You know, Major Cunt from the main story. Yeah. She is so right. She is so right. That is absolutely the reaction. You'd just be... Sayori knows him so well. That is like the cutest face, isn't it? I love her pout. I love her pout. I want that on a sticker so that I can put it on the back of my laptop. Oh my gosh. there we go. Sorry about that. My mouse just disappeared. Love it when that happens. Gosh, we're getting all the technical difficulties today, Bleaties. All the technical difficulties today. Okay. What if I said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't exactly sound really fun to most people anyway, does it? We really need to catch their interest, you know? Now imagine this, Bleaties. You are teenagers. You are teenagers. You are turning into full adults. You are experimenting. You have your own thoughts, your feelings, your personalities. Someone rocks up to you with a piece of paper, hands it to you and says, join the literature club. We can talk about things. I get it. When you have literally any other choice, you're probably going to pick that. Monika has absolutely zero marketing prowess whatsoever. She has no idea. Then again, she's come from the debating club, so I'm guessing the creativity isn't necessarily her forte. This sucks. Why is this so hard? Oh, Monika, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do. When you're just doing your normal day or talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? Oh, she's such a sweetie. She's such a sweetie. She means so well, and it's so evident from that little statement that she just made. You know, she has a lot of things that she keeps to herself. And again, like the remark that she made earlier, you know, the same thing. Which was like, oh, you know, you can share your feelings that you don't share to other people. You know, poetry gives you room to do that. I think that that's very, you know, she's revealing a lot of herself to Monika. She's barely known Monika for 5 minutes, but already she, you know, she trusts Monika implicitly enough that she will express that very personal piece of information to her. Oh yeah, you're absolutely spot on. MC literally just totally could have his own gravitational field around him through pure density. The guy's a tool. Absolute tool. Oh, you know, Kodo, my playthrough of the main game, I did do what I called EP's Poetry Corner. And I wrote a poem for every poetry read. So we did do that. I wasn't sure if the side stories would actually have poetry in them, so I haven't got one prepared for this run. But now that I've seen that there will be poems, possibly in here, I'm gonna get some prepped. Because it's good fun. It's good fun. Just kind of poeming along, you know. Granted, all of my poems were reflective of my experience on that particular part of the run, but it was good fun. Oh, that's super cool, Natsuki. 7 hours on art? I haven't done art for a long time. But anything creative is excellent for your mind. For the mind and the soul, I support it. I condone it. Oh, and once again, the mouse is in the wrong place. Phenomenal. It's like intimate. She is completely right. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could, like, Express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay. Okay, Sayori. No. No. No, my precious ray of sunshine. Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. I can't tell if Sayori actually is just kidding. I can't tell if she is just kidding. I'm not sure she realized the implications of what she said. Either that or she's very good at playing the dumb card. Oh my gosh! What? What is it? I forgot all of my things in the classroom. I must have got too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed? But what? Never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? Oh, forget it if we don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Alright, it'll only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monika momentarily alone. Oh dear. Oh dear. You know, I feel like Monika isn't insufferable yet, but I wonder if we're going to see... we're gonna see her starting to perhaps go a bit nuts throughout the side stories. There is a that's right, Coda. There is a secret ending. I actually tried to get the happy ending on stream. Played through the whole thing a couple of times. Did all the routes. But unfortunately, I must have screwed up because I didn't get the extra bit at the end. So I'm gonna have to do that off stream, unfortunately, because it was a bit tedious making everybody watch all that all the time. Because I only stream 3 times a week. And I didn't wanna bore you all to tears. The secret ending. I only know about the ending that is ultimately like an extra poem or so, I was told. So the first time I played through completely blind, and oh my god, some weird things happened and it has traumatized me forever. Especially Natsuki's neck randomly snapping and then charging at the screen. It was like the worst jump scare of my entire life. And the poster in the background, you know. It's funny, Natsuki, you saying that like the posters keep falling down. Maybe they're haunted. Maybe they're haunted. Especially considering, you know, we keep seeing Sayori hanging around in the background during the main game, so that was very disturbing. Yeah, we had some real creepy things. Oh, yes, no, that is there. So we did do that. We did delete Monika straight away. After doing the blind playthrough and got the special start/ending where Sayori immediately becomes sentient and goes insane. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool and also distressing. I mean, the whole of DDLC has been pretty distressing between you and I. But it has been absolutely a ride. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow. Oh, that's lame. Monika! Oh, you startled me. Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Girls reading books in school, apparently a strange occurrence. Reading a book. Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Gotta be Yuri. Gotta be Yuri. You know, Kodo, I also wonder what would happen if Yuri or Natsuki developed self-awareness. I do wonder. It's a shame that that isn't a thing that we can see. But in my headcanon, if either of them got awareness, they would just immediately like elope with the other, because they're clearly meant to be together. You know? Natsuki and Yuri are just, they're soulmates. They're soulmates. It's very cute. They complement each other so well. I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monika grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom, with Sayori leading the way. This way! Ooh, I love that I've got my disaster background on still, so when the screen does a swipe cut like that, you can see it. It looks so silly. Forgive me. I'm a very scuffed good egg. I'm a good egg though, I mean well. And you are all good eggs for being here with me. Thank you for being a part of the Good Egg Association. This way. You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monika over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In here. Monika peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone. Oh, thank you for subbing. Well, subbing. Thank you for following me. I really appreciate it. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I would probably scare her away. No, you wouldn't scare her away. You're precious. She would be absolutely enamored with how wonderful of a ray of sunshine you are. Just like the rest of us. To be honest, Monika would scare me away. Look how unenthused she is. Does that say passion about literature to you? Look at that look on her face. Monika takes a deep breath and then timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Again, the background. Oh my gosh. I am so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and walked out. Yeah, defo Yuri. That's kind of cute. It is, 100% agree. I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monika still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Can you imagine seeing those two walking back into the classroom? You happen to be walking, you know, just walking through the corridor, and you see Monika with a face like, oh my god, I'm never gonna recover from the shame. And then there's Sayori who's just like, fucking yeah, I'm recruiting the whole school! Get in on this literature, nerds! Like, she's so proud. Oh, she's such a precious bean. It's okay, Natsuki. I type like an idiot even when my phone isn't glitching. My little cloven hoofies, you see. My Samsung phone isn't too accommodating to cloven feet. Upon returning, Monika and Sayori resume their scheduled meeting. Sorry, their strategy meeting. Now I can't read either. Ah! They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monika coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot than where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Tilda! Oh my god, isn't that like the first Tilda of this run? Sayori needs to up the Tilda game. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monika was just on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart. That's so cute. I thought it was a little overdramatic. But Sayori pauses to think for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. Yeah! You tell her, Sayori! You tell her. You make her see that she needs more confidence in herself. Sayori is such a blessed ray of sunshine. I say it all the time, and I'm just going to keep on saying it, because it's never going to not be true. It's never going to not be true. What do you mean? Well, I don't know. I feel like there's something with you. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah. Yeah. I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's a bad thing. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we have only one shot. I wanted to make an M&M joke, I'm not gonna do it. So, I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision. You want me to do it? Well, I can't because I can't rap. No matter what anyone says, English girls can't rap. I can't rap. But you only get one shot. Oh my god, I can't. No, stop. Ah! Now I'm embarrassed. Oh my god. It's true. English girls can't rap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all my fellow compatriots out there. We just suck, okay? If there's one thing I've learned in my lifetime, every American person I've ever met, every American in the world seems to have a rap, right? They are capable of rapping. I've never met someone this side of the water that hasn't originally come from elsewhere. I've never met a native British person who can rap. The closest thing we have to rapping is northern DJs, and if you don't know what a northern DJ is, literally just go on YouTube and search northern DJ. You are in for an absolute life-altering experience. And I do not say that lightly. We don't have rappers. We have northern Northern DJs. You are so right, Coda. British debuff, innit? Innit, mate? It so is. It so is. Even more so from me, because I'm from the southwest, so I naturally sound a bit like a farmer. And, I have had people stop me and ask me if I'm from various different parts of the world because they just didn't recognize my, my type of English accent. I've had people ask if I was Canadian, American, New Zealand, Australian. It's just phenomenal. Oh, you have a strong northern... Which northern accent, out of curious, Natsuki? Are you a Yorkshire or a... Ah, Leeds. It's funny you should say that. I visit Leeds quite frequently. As an academic, there's a significant number of universities in Leeds. And I swing by them every now and again for various things. I know Leeds-ish. But I'm very southwestern. You're told you have an Aussie accent, but you're an islander. Were you told that by someone who has maybe never met someone who is from either Australia or New Zealand before? Just perchance. Oh my days. Yeah. It's those who know, but yeah, people can't accent. To be fair to all of the Americans and Canadians out there, there's an awful lot of people, especially in the UK, that cannot tell the difference between the two. I'm fairly confident that a lot of people don't understand the jokes that Americans make about Canadian accents. Does it have mods? There are mods for Doki Doki Literature Club? I didn't know that. I'd consider it. I definitely consider it. I've got to get through this first, though. And we're doing Danganronpa 2 once I'm finally through with the side stories. But I would definitely consider doing more DDLC if it has mods. Yeah, I had no idea. When I think of playing games with mods, I tend to think of playing like Minecraft, for example. I played many mods in Minecraft. Although who hasn't, probably. RimWorld. RimWorld has like many mods, it's very good fun. Terraria, many mods, very good fun. Yeah. Club meetings feel like a direct sequel. Oh, I'll give that a go. Skyrim, man. That's... I have mixed feelings about Skyrim. Not because I don't like Skyrim, but I always felt bad because I thought I should like it more than I did. Because I still like Oblivion way more. Don't get me wrong, they're all scuffed as fuck. In the famous words of Todd Howard, it just works. But it doesn't, and we all know that because Bethesda, right? But I don't know, I always felt bad because Skyrim has so many mods and so many hardcore fans, but I still just prefer Oblivion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have awful taste. I have bad taste. Yeah, I will definitely look into some of those mods. Let's see if we can get through this. Again, I have no idea how long each side story is. I just want to be a good egg. Egg. About 40 minutes. Okay. So in theory, we might be able to get 2 of them down if I don't keep running at snail's pace. I just like chatting with you all, you know? It's good. It's good to talk. What's the vision? It's... Monika pauses to think and then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monika trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. Man, Sayori! Sayori is a goddess. Look at that level of perception. Oh, hi. Hi, Mr. Beat Boot. Thanks, but no thanks. Bye. Man, the bots. View bots, man. Does anybody even bother with view bots? Does anybody do view botting? Like, what's the point? What's the point? Oh, bless you, Yahiro. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry that it's late night. It's okay. I know that my streaming hours are not great for people all over the world, so I appreciate very much that you came to see me anyway. It was lovely seeing you again. I hope that you sleep well. May you rest well and forever be a good egg. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Sayori is so insightful. Skill issue. Skill issue, Dayo. And I love Henya. I love Henya. Yeah, Sayori's very perceptive. She comes across as dumb and airheaded and ditzy, but she's so in touch with people and their feelings. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I do remember, like, way back in the days of, I'm outing myself now. Back when Twitch wasn't so moderated and it was kind of a Wild West, and Unfortunate was like one of the biggest streamers. There was a dude who got nailed for having like thousands of viewers, but his chat was completely dead, and they like called him out for view botting. And he went absolutely insane on stream over it and was like, I am not fucking botting, and just like went absolutely wild. Like, what's the point? I don't know. I don't see the point. You know? To each their own. To each their own. That's okay, Netsky. I appreciate that you take the time to spend time with me when you can, and that you still watch my stuff even after the fact. So thank you so much. Certifiable good egg. But yeah, Sayori is like actually a very lovely character. And I love how she's that much deeper than people give her credit for. But I'm here to help you. Monika returns Sayori's smile. Remember the poem mentioning about smiling? It's sort of amazing how kind you are. That's because the saddest people are also the kindest, Monika. Which, seems to be lost on you a bit. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. Steady whisper? World's quietest AC unit? Holy shit, mine roars! To be fair, in the UK, it's not common to own an AC unit, so it might just be that it's like the bottom of the pile that got exported over here. Like, yeah. We don't really do AC in the UK. It's still pretty non-standard. The only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home. You tell me. You're the president. Yeah, you tell us, Sayori. Come on, Monika. Take charge. You're the boss. It's on you. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. Oh, in that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monika. Good luck! Ganbatte! 加油! Lycka till! I can go through a bunch of different languages saying good luck. Monika smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. Yeah, 100%, because Sayori brings out the best in people. Sayori is an angel on earth. She is so wholesome and so sweet, and she sees people in need, and she just goes to them and loves them and makes them happy, you know? Sayori, everybody needs a Sayori. That is absolutely right, Yahiro. Everybody needs a Sayori. The club that I need the most? I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Is it just me, or is it a bit uncomfortable the way she seems to be like staring into my soul while she's monologuing? Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Ah, and there she is. School goddess. Finally says it. Finally says it. I remember saying this like when we first started the blind playthrough. She is so perfect. You know, she does everything. She's probably on the school council, and if she's not, probably she was at some point. Like, she plays musical instruments, she can sing, she can dance. She is the only front-facing character. Yeah, it's really alarming, you know? All of the others are kind of standing three-quarter profile, but she is always looking straight through the monitor into the fourth wall. Monika suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? Oh, I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monika opens the folder to check. Poems? It's a folder of poems. Oh, it's more Sayori poetry! Okay! Consummate professional poem reader, Eepy Sheepy. Let's go. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, 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 every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction. And the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that is why I've decided I must become the flower. Ooh, Sayori! Sayori, that's so deep and incredibly sad. So, previous poems, you know, obviously mention, or they touch on the fact that she is, well, she's suffering with depression and she's quite unhappy, has some very negative thoughts. And through the main story, of course, when you actually play DDLC, you do see an exaggerated form of that thanks to Monika's meddling. But here, Monika hasn't had any influence. This is just the thoughts that Sayori has been keeping to herself. And it reminds me an awful lot of the poem about keeping the light in a jar, you know? It's the same kind of feeling of just taking something to try and hold on to it, to try and have this illusion of happiness, to have happiness to give to other people. But here she's so desperate, you know. She wants to be that flower, to be the happiness. That's very heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. There's a lot of tears in those jars. That's absolutely right. Sayori deserves so much better, especially than MC. Oh my god, the things that he said made me so mad when she's like opening up to him and pouring her heart out, and he's just like, ooh, like drooling with his fucking knuckles scraping along the floor. The guy is just like room temperature IQ. Oh, it pisses me off. What the? Wait. Sayori? This does also explain why Monika knew. Oh! Oh, wow, okay. Endings are abrupt. It turns out, in the side stories. I thought there would at least be a screen saying, the end or something. But no, okay. So that's the end of our very first side story. Or at least the first part of it, because there's 2 parts. So let's move into part 2, because I think it's gonna get kind of confusing if I do them in bits and hop between them, so we'll carry on with part 2. But this does explain how Monika is aware of Sayori's depression, whereas before it was a little bit of a, okay, so she knows that she suffers with depression. It was never explained, you just accept it. But now we're getting an explanation. Ooh. No, I'm not letting them leave me on a cliffhanger. No way. How dare. So let's see if we can get this one down. So part 2. After that very abrupt finish. Yeah, I appreciate that, honestly, Coda, because I wanted to like MC. I really did. Every opportunity he had to sound like a more decent person with an actual engageable brain and a sense of empathy. I was so pleased to see him being empathetic and sympathetic, and just making it clear that he was capable of critical thought, and then he would go and do something so incredibly fucking brain dead that it would just undo all of that goodwill. So I would absolutely love I would love an arc in which MC feels redeemable, and like a decent person, at least, you know? I get that he's meant to be a teenage boy, but I still like to think that it's a bit unfair to characterize all teenage boys as brain dead and only having one thing on their mind. Because that's not strictly true. I'm sure that any guy would attest to that. Very, very two-dimensional. Hey, Antori! Hey! Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm good, thank you. We've just finished part 1 of the Sayori Monika story. We're now starting part 2. So you've come in at a good moment. We've literally just began. So we now know that, well, Monika has just discovered that Sayori is writing very sad poems. And it's very sad. It's very sad. It brings tears to my eyes because Sayori is such a good egg and she doesn't deserve to be unhappy. She deserves all the love and all the joy, and people should protect her. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Oh, bless you, Yahiro. Thank you so much. Go and get you some sleep. Have a good sleep. Although Monika should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around? What kind of club president does that? I mean, fair. But I do appreciate that Monika has acknowledged that and made that realization. And in this instance, she isn't really to blame, to be fair, because obviously Sayori hasn't openly expressed this directly to Monika. So I think, you know, I still think it's quite good of Monika to have said, you know what? I was kind of an asshole. I should have been more thoughtful and asked her about her feelings. This whole time, I didn't think to ask her about her own feelings. Wow, am I speaking in stereo? So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monika, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monika? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Eh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Which is incredible that Sayori would say that when they've known each other for like, what? 48 hours in game? Truly, truly a benevolent soul. Monika shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monika stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Remember, Sayori is all about making everyone happy. So, filling Monika with concern like this is probably an absolutely dreadful feeling. Poor Sayori. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Oh, Sayori, no! Sayori. She just wants everyone to ignore her sadness and go on being happy. Because that's what she wants. She doesn't want anyone to feel the way she does. Oh, she's so wholesome. This absolute darling girl. Monika massages her forehead, struggling through the frustrations of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monika to pry, it's also painful for Monika to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monika takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But, can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monika pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. A place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart. Or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. You know, that was incredibly sweet of Monika. Honestly, I am very touched. I am very touched. She's trying so hard to handle the elephant in the room with grace. And to save Sayori's feelings, but still make it clear to Sayori that her feelings matter. You know, she is so much more likable already. I'm really appreciating an opportunity to see this side of her. It makes her a lot nicer, you know? It makes her feel more real, strangely. Which is funny, because obviously the whole point of DDLC, the base, is that, you know, she wants to be real. She, you know, she's gained sentience. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it definitely does. Precisely because they seem to get along so well, and then she goes and does those awful things. It's, it means that much more. I almost regret not doing the side stories first, but I didn't particularly realize that it would have that much of an impact. Oh, yeah! Oh man, I haven't heard that in a long time, Antori. Oh my gosh. Is that from Sesame Street? Oh my, I'm gonna embarrass myself now. I'm trying desperately to remember where that's from, but you've neuron activated. Holy shit, memory unlocked. F is for friends we played together. U is for you and me. Oh my god. Wow. How old was I when I last heard that? Woo! Unable to help it, Monika returns Sayori's smile, again coming back to the poem that we had before. Ah, are they not unlocked? It's funny because I actually don't remember. I know that at least they were present, because they had a little dot next to them, because I would always I'd always kind of remind everybody I still haven't touched any of this other stuff. I'm only accessing the base game because I don't want to spoil myself on something accidentally. So they may have been locked if you clicked on the, you know, the side stories option, and then looked, but I actually didn't, so I don't know. But it does feel like it would add more of a sense of horror, almost, if you knew how close and how good friends and stuff they all were before shit hits the fan. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There is no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. Oh, bless her. This absolute sweetie. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. I mean, same, Sayori, same. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You just kind of need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, the absence of tildes, like we had one tilde earlier. One. I felt robbed. I'm feeling robbed. My singing tildes are being taken away from me. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things that you want to put in and then arrange them in a pretty way. Wow, it sounds like everything I was told about writing a PhD. And I wish I was joking. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah. I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. What does tilde mean? Or the tilde is the swirly line. It's just a way of elongating a sound. It's meant to make it kind of run along and be kind of cute. So, hello becomes hello. You know? So tilde becomes tilde instead. It's just a very silly idiosyncrasy of mine. Because I work as well as being involved in academia. Even though I'm brain dead. I also deal with translating stuff, and I deal with a lot of Japanese and Chinese things. And they like to use tildes a lot, but some people like to keep the tildes intact, because it adds flavor from the source Chinese or Japanese into the English. But it doesn't have necessarily, people don't necessarily know the connotation. So I've taken to singing tildes when I see them, so they have extra meaning. Monika pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. I'm just kidding. Monika scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not, but the point is, you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monika rewrites, you idiot. She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for and then did the exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to. I believe in you. Yeah, Sayori believes in you, so I believe in you too. You can do it. Jayo. Thanks. I do too. I mean. But you, of course, also. Monika continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monika's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. It's funny because she's such a perfectionist, she becomes perfect at not policing her thoughts, you know? Like, she's perfect at being imperfect. It's kind of an oxymoron. A paradox, even, you know? She's just that good. Sure is our school goddess. Class queen. Am I the type that scribbles wrong answers in exams? That's a tough question, you know, because the kind of exams I do these days, there isn't really a wrong answer. I guess back when there was a definite right and wrong answer in exams, I would write things down and be fairly confident in it, and then go back and be like, oh no, that's not right. And then I absolutely would just like scribble it out and write whatever next to it instead. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think it's okay to just do whatever gets your brain juices flowing. So if you keep scribbling and then it comes to you, that's how you get the wheels turning. That's a legit strat. I don't see a problem with that. I don't see a problem with that. Just keep going until you find the right one, you know? Monika looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. Uh-huh. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I really have to try super hard at it. But I think it's something I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yeah! Let's do it! Monika and Sayori proceed with their work. Oh, they are so cute together. Hello, Lady the Rogue. Good to have you joining us. Yeah, we're doing side stories. So we're starting with Trust. They are so precious. It's so nice seeing the girls interact in an environment without, well, without MC, first of all, and second of all, without the insanity yet. It's so wholesome and it's so sweet. And I'm really enjoying seeing a side of Monika that's actually likable. It's actually likable. But yeah, this is really cute. Sayori and Monika get on so well, and it's so lovely seeing Sayori using her outlet to help Monika be a better person, you know? It's so sweet. It's so wholesome. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Ooh! Now oh, this is fine. I forgot to turn my background off. Oh, please excuse that. I had a lot of technical difficulties getting started today, and that background felt appropriate, and now it keeps reminding me. We're all one big family of good eggs here. Welcome to the Good Egg Collective. Hello. Just a reminder that you are all the goodest of eggs. Egg. We love good eggs here. You are the goodest of eggs. Thank you, thank you. Another day passes. As usual, Monika is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised Literature Club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monika and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. Ah, yes, when Monika phenomenally embarrassed herself. You're absolutely right, Antori. When Monika ended up embarrassing herself by completely and utterly failing to get Yuri's attention away from her book. Let's see if round 2 is more successful. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monika and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if it were my school, there'd be that one kid, that one fucking kid who would go to the club exclusively to say, excuse me, it's right the way to your heart, not right into your heart. That's not right grammar. Because there's always that one fucking person who has no chill. I sincerely hope that if that happened, Sayori would summarily just be like, "You're not nice enough for this club, hee," and send him on his way with a sweet smile and a gentle closing of the door on his backside. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monika thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be the president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. If by that you mean Monika losing her mind about not being in control, then yes. But with that, the weight on Monika's shoulders, only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. But that's why Monika was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real. Monika pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. She's writing, I think. Imagine saying that to Sayori and Monika. Yeah, 100% negative Riz. Do you know, I can't hate on negative Riz too much because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, and one of my faves is Laguna Noir. And my dude canonically has -3 on the manliness scale. He literally has negative Riz. The first verifiable case of negative Riz. But I do love him to bits. He's a dumbass himbo. But you gotta... Sometimes negative Riz is passable if there's enough redeeming qualities, right? But yeah, that dude, no redeeming quality. Nobody who's like being that anal about something so ridiculous has a redeeming quality. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monika lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monika's canvas. Out of spite for herself, Monika presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monika. Just move your hand. Monika writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. It's funny because that applies to, well, that applies to DDLC too, I think, don't you? Where she tries so hard to be MC's perfect that she just ends up becoming a stain on the game, on everyone's existence. This feels prophetic, you know? It feels prophetic. Monika slides the paper away from her hands, puts her head down on the desk. Oh. Darkness. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm really appreciating the flame effects of my background are showing through the text box, by the way. That's so unintentionally brilliant. I'm so sorry, guys. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monika hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Yeah, because when you're a psycho, I mean, eventually... I mean, maybe not deletion, but certainly people are going to eventually just not want to be around you. Monika is, Monika cares about Monika. Bless. I do, like I said, sometimes she has her moments, but the biggest moment for me was doing Yuri's route in the base game, and Yuri just telling Monika to mind her own fucking business, because, oh my god, yes. Thank you. It's something I would love to say to Monika in the base game, just mind your own business. It was vindicating. It was so vindicating. Absolute win for Yuri there. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day. Me too. Oh no! Oh no, they're both having a bad day. That's not very nice. No, they can't both be sad. That's too sad. Yeah, spot on, Coda. Spot on. She gives it the whole like, oh, but I love you. And it's just like, no. No. You're unhinged. You're very mean as well. You too. New flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard on the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monika's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monika with sadness in her eyes. Sayori, no! Oh no, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Understanding the signal, Monika takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Oh, Sayori. Sayori, no. You're a ray of sunshine and you need someone to make you see that you deserve the best. You deserve to be loved and protected. And it's okay to feel like that sometimes, as long as you're getting help and you have a support system in place, you know? It goes without saying, but if any of you bleaties ever feel that way, please do seek the necessary support. It's not shameful, it's okay. Everybody has bad times, and some just have them more often than others. And there's no shame in that. Everybody deserves to be happy, you know? Oh, Sayori. Sayori. This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. I can't handle it. It's too many feels. This is too sad. This is too sad. I just realized my model's frozen. Oh, and it's such an important moment as well. Great. Has something about me I've never told anyone before. Sorry guys, but we're gonna have to roll with me being froze for a sec. This is important. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason. Maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you. More than I'm scared. At those words, Monika stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monika's own futile, but genuine, efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monika waits in the gentle silence. This tune is really pretty, you know. Really pretty. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry about me too much. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. Yeah, 100% Antori. This makes it so much worse. So much worse. I hope you will forgive me for a second. I'm just seeing what the fuck is going on. My camera has desynced. Please excuse me. Something has gone very wrong. Oh man. You know what? She's gonna have to stay froze for a sec. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm stuck, guys. I'm trapped in this cave of emotion. Ducky Ducky was just too much. It was too much. My camera's freaked. My camera's freaked out. Not embarrassing, not at all. Today should have been like the 13th because yeah, so much has gone wrong today. It's unreal. Terrible. That's what Monika wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. It's like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. That's because as much as Sayori wants you to think, you know, wants you to think that she is as much as she wants you to think that she's dense and just kind of flighty and silly, I really, you know, I really think that she's way more aware and in touch with the feelings of those around her. And she doesn't want to push any buttons. She doesn't want to make people feel the way that she does. She doesn't want to inflict that on anyone. I get that. I totally do. Yeah, I agree, Coder. I think it's fair to say that suddenly realizing that you're in the Matrix would absolutely fuck with your head. Absolutely. I guess at that point you would stop feeling that they're real people because you know they're not. So all of a sudden you can depersonalize, you know, you can stop thinking of them as meaningful entities. You know, it's just data. It's just a bit of code and some artwork, right? So probably Monika found it pretty easy to just kind of be like, Well, none of this is fucking real anyway. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay, though. Now, I'm just gonna disappear myself a hot second because this is all messed up. I am so sorry. I don't know why this is happening. So I'm fiddling with the settings once again. Not that it matters, but this is like the umpteenth time today. Come on, camera. What is going on? Yoo-hoo, wake up, please. Okay. There we go. Camera is awake again. I am very happy for that. I am so sorry. I am so sorry about that. That was incredibly embarrassing and disruptive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely wrong. If there isn't technical scuff, did you even stream? 100%. I am back alive. I'm sorry. I didn't want to bust up the emotional moment too hard there. With fiddling with technical stuff. So I apologize, but we can carry on now. I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. How did you find the courage to tell me all this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club's supposed to mean, I keep feeling like it's right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence. And our friendship doesn't have to change. You know, unlike when she told MC and MC just kind of... just didn't do anything, I guess. Best result ever, I suppose, but it certainly didn't make anybody happy. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Oh, she's so precious. Oh, Sayori! Sayori, you are so sweet and you must be protected. My little ray of sunshine. I think that you're the best. Oh, you're not. Natsuki is. But you're almost the best, and I have an awful lot of feelings for you. I want to protect you with all of the might that I have, which is not a lot. I am a sheep, but it's all I've got, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm referring to. But what about me? I'm sad now. Fuck off, MC. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. And there's a good reason for it. Every time you do something redeemable, you completely undo it. It's upsetting. Oh, thank you for following me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Talk about, like, the worst possible reaction. Like, she's just gonna wish that she hadn't bothered. Like, she's opened up to you and you've just been like, oh my god, how dare you? What about my feelings? Nobody cares. You're meant to... It's meant to be about her, right? Selfish asshole. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monika steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like. I'm so touched. It's so nice to see someone giving a shit about Sayori. Oh, I feel refreshed. I feel refreshed. I feel reborn. After all of the crap from the base game where just nobody seemed to give a flying fuck about her well-being, it feels so absolutely revitalizing to see someone care and to hug her no less. Oh my god. Faith in humanity restored, even if it's only for a minute. MC should absolutely take notes. MC's single brain cell is just an embarrassment. Honestly, the room temp IQ, I don't know what the girls like see in him at all. I don't know what Sayori sees in him. She really does deserve so much better. Like so much better. Wordlessly, and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monika's shoulder. Through their contact, Monika can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. In this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monika realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really hopes that nobody new walks through that door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Oh, Coda, you are so right. The amount of absolute slating that occurred for, you know, oh, your poetry is so great. It's so wonderful. You're so deep. How did you foresee this? And it's like my dude literally just plucked 20 random words out of thin air, threw them on a paper in some fucking word spaghetti. And you think he's a genius? Wild. Wild. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. Yeah, I agree, Antori. At this point, Monika, you know, Monika is dame. You know, we've got big sis now. She's actually being a kind, sweet, supportive older sis figure, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that immensely. Avant-garde hipster stuff, like beat poetry. You know, I don't know if you've ever heard any beat poetry, but oh my good grief. That, so much of that is just random words slung together with a tambourine or a drum. It's like, oh man. It's like, it's so deep, man. Except no, it isn't. It's just nonsense. Sorry. Sorry to piss on your cornflakes. It's nonsense. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. Now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. Absolute trooper, Monika. Absolute trooper. You not heard that phrase before? Like, piss on your cornflakes or piss on your bonfire. You know? Just a way to upset someone. Oh, Sayori, no, this is too heartbreaking. This is so heartbreaking. I can't deal. Yeah, you're right. You know, I should just make a poem out of 20 random words. That'll be one of my EP's Poetry Corner words, poems, I think. I'm just gonna pick 20 random words out of the dictionary, slap them down in any order, and see what y'all think. Let's see if I can get some applause going. Certifiable good egg poetry. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now. So, she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monika offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. And Monika can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them like any good friend would do. Absolutely. What an absolutely phenomenal statement. This is so true. This is so true. That's the level of understanding that Sayori was hoping for, praying for, desperate for, begging for from MC. Was just the be there while these thoughts are around. Like, I don't expect you to, like, make them go away. I don't expect you to wave a magic wand. You know, that's not how this works. But to just be there and be sympathetic and understanding. No judgment. Just be a rock. Just be a rock. And MC just couldn't do that. Monika is doing a phenomenal job of being the friend that everybody with depression, having a bad day, needs right now. You know? Big respect for Monika in this moment. You have so much value to me and to your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have ever happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monika feels her gently nod. 100%, lady. 100%. It's no wonder she never told him when he reacted like that. She must have seen it coming an absolute mile off. I said the whole time I was playing the base game, I said it then, I'm gonna say it now, the girls would have been better off without MC there at all. They should have all just, like, married each other and gone off into the sunset along their own merry way. Because they were just happier that way, you know? They were happier that way. Let girls be happy, you know? Let people just be happy. High five for the lesbian cohort. We move. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer. Monika letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Monika already a better date than MC. Ducky Ducky Lesbians Club. I think I'm gonna start calling it that too. Honestly. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No. You are. The two exchange smiles. Wholesome! Let the girls be in love. They're so cute. I love that they just support each other without judgment and without expectation either. There's nothing in here, you know? Like, yeah, absolutely. Monika and Sayori, Natsuki and Yuri. It's amazing. I really feel like they are all better off without MC. And seeing this, granted, this is the first side story, but just seeing this, I already feel even more sure of that now. Like, MC just fucked it up for everyone. If MC hadn't appeared, Monika wouldn't have become a psycho, she wouldn't have murdered everyone. This is all MC's fault. Everything is MC's fault. They were happy before he rolled in, you know? They were happy before MC rocked up. Yeah, I am really loving these cute side stories. This is so precious. This is so precious. I'm probably only gonna get to finish this one today, but we can start with the second one tomorrow, which will be really cool. I hope it's just as cute. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course, it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Yeah, go and hold her hand while she makes the appointments. You know, that's what it's all about. That's what good friends are for. Coming to the doctor with you, going to the scary places with you, holding your hand, just being there, just being a comforting entity. You know? Sometimes friendship isn't necessarily about benefiting each other in a tangible way. It's just having company and that tacit understanding between you, you know? Friendships don't need to be about more than that. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. Face! The less than more than face. I wanna get a less than more than for my own face. I love that expression. It's so cute. It's so cute. And hungry. I am always hungry. What a relatable feeling. Tired and hungry. Tired and hungry is my existence. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monika smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. That's so Sayori. He's gonna go get a snack first. You get a snack. I support you. By the way, Bleaties, I also support you all in getting snacks. If you feel hungry, don't deny yourself any longer. Get yourself a snack. This is your sign. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. Please be Yuri, please be Yuri, please be Yuri. A face that seems familiar. It has to be Yuri, surely. We don't know! Ah, it just stopped. It just stops. That's right. They don't call me Imshu for no reason. I spend a lot of time eeping. I'm a very eepy sheepy. I like to eep. I have the finest of eepy sheepy dreams too. What a cliffhanger! Yeah, 100%. I've just been thrown out. I've just been thrown out. It's perfect timing though, because that has basically brought us back to the, you know, I ended up starting about 20 minutes late because of technical issues. My favorite problem. And now we're back on schedule. We are 20 minutes in, which is where we should be. So tomorrow's story is gonna be understanding. Yes, I am just doing them in order because it's easier. Yeah, so we should be able to get like one whole part 1 and a part 2 in per bit, which is awesome. Because I do only stream 3 days a week. So I appreciate that I'm not the fastest content coverer of anybody ever. But I do have a pretty hectic IRL. So please forgive me for that. Sunday, Monday, and Wednesdays. I am always doing things on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is my Rusty Lake day because it's just something a little less cute and a little bit more fucked up to break up the sugary sweetness of DDLC. Not that I'm not loving it anyway. I do love DDLC. It's good fun. If you wish to join me, and I would love it if you did, but I appreciate my times of day don't suit everyone. But I am EP Sheepy, Amarantia Patronella Sheepy, Sheep Genius. I can be found on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, with the same handle. So tomorrow at 2, I'm gonna carry on with this. So thank you so much for coming and spending your time with me. I am just gonna put myself here so that I can say a nice big thank you properly. Thank you for coming and spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. You could choose so many other people and you choose to spend it with me, and I'm such a silly little field critter. Oh, thank you so much. I love your company too. It's always so nice to be able to engage with people while I'm playing through these things and get the insights. It's way more interesting that way. But thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or if it's late for you, I hope that you sleep well when you go to bed. If it's the morning for you, have a fantastic day. I hopefully will see you tomorrow, and if not, you can find the VODs on YouTube. Thank you very much. Goodbye.